Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today's review will be The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Season 1, Episode 3. Let's get into it. So this episode starts off with Bucky and Sam agreeing to go see Vimo, who is a Hydra affiliate, see him in jail. Now, once they get over to where Vimo's at, they see that Bucky pretty much said, hey, let me go in there and talk to him. Since I was, part of Hydra at one point, he, talked to me more. And so he basically just told Sam, trust me, you gotta trust me. And so once he talks to Vimo pretty much tried to say those code words that triggers the Winter Soldier. It didn't work, of course, because he's been deprogrammed from Sherry and Wakanda. So Vimo agrees to assist Bucky if he can, accompany them while they go on the leads and try to find Carrie and her super soldiers. Now, Sam wasn't in agreement with it, but Bucky said it's the only way that we could find them, by Vimo escaping, and told Sam once again, trust me like you would trust Steve. He's going to follow the script. So once they get over in a country where they were following the leads at, they get into like a scuffle inside of a nightclub, and they speak to a woman, and she pretty much, Vimo made a deal with her that if she gave him information, he would give her the Winter Soldier. And then Sam's phone rang. It was his sister calling her, and that kind of blew his cover. So they, got in an all-out shootout. Sharon Carter was around, and she helped them. Sharon Carter is the granddaughter of Peggy Carter, and she is exiled from the U.S. now. And I think it was Captain America Winter Soldier or Captain America Civil War. One of those. When Peggy passed away, he meaning Steve Rogers, when he passed away, Sharon was at the funeral, and he ended up messing with Sharon. And then of course in Avengers Endgame, he went back and spent a lifetime with Peggy. So he had the Peggy and the granddaughter. Fun fact right there. But nevertheless, back to the episode. The woman, before she died in the shootout, she gave them a lead to the chemist who's making a new super soldier serum. He was off like somewhere in some docks in the big containers, and Sharon told them meaning Bucky and Sam and Vimo, I would help y'all if they got her a pardon. Sam said he would work on getting her a pardon so she'd be allowed back in the U.S. So they go in there, speak to the chemist. He's explaining to them why he made the serum, and he wanted to be like the top scientist to ever do it. And it showed his vials of the serum. So Vimo pretty much felt some type of way because he always wanted to be the top chemist. So you can see Vimo getting upset, and Vimo ended up killing him. The henchman came and blew up the container, so that was setting the chemist's lab in the container on fire. I think Vimo took some of the super serum that he made, because he kept showing, the camera screen kept showing the vials, and then all of a sudden, after they all made it out, Vimo showed on the top of the containers and showed him beating up all the henchmen and stuff like that. He threw the mask on, and then he pulled up in the car, and Sam and Bucky pulled off with him. They was telling Sharon to come with her, but Sharon was like, no, y'all just worry about getting me that partner. Meanwhile, back at in the U.S., the new Captain America and Battlestar was trying to follow leads. They went to go see Vimo, and they found out, of course, Vimo's no longer there. He broke loose. So they're saying, well, did Bucky and Sam help Vimo get out of jail? And they said they had to. That's the only lead that they had. And so that was pretty much the bulk of the episode. Then at the end of the episode, Vimo, Bucky, and Sam was going into a building, and Bucky stayed behind and said, hey, I'm going to take a walk around town. And Sam asked him, "Are you all right?" And he was like, "Yeah." So you shows Bucky walking. He finds this silver like ball on the ground, and he said, then he looked around and he said, "I knew you were coming." And up here was Ayo. Now, if you don't know who Ayo is she's with Wakanda. When the Black Panther movie came out, you had Okoye, which was like T'Challa's like right hand woman, and you had Sherry, of course, was his sister, and then you had Ayo, and Ayo appeared. Now, reason why she's appearing is because Vimo was responsible for setting up the bombing that killed T'Challa's father when he was over in that U.S., but he blamed it on the Winter Soldier. And so she's coming back for revenge. So earlier in the episode, Sam did point that out to Bucky, pretty much will Wakanda agree with him getting loose. So that's why she's showing up. So it's going to be interesting how that's going to play out or whatever. He probably going to have to convince them that, what the situation is. That was pretty much the bulk of the episode. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment if you've been watching the series so far. Till next time.